This CourierPress.com special live event from the Willard Library is presented to you by the House of Lecture and the old courthouse catacombs. There are many stories about the infamous Gray Lady. The following stories are but a few. First-hand accounts from the very librarians who work at Willard Library every day. Listen to their tales and keep your eyes and ears open during our live stream. You may be the next to encounter the Lady in Gray.
Well, the experiences that I've had with her, I started working here in November of 1979, and we were just starting to be remodeled, and so we moved the books out of this area and put them in the hallway. Well, I work with a lady named Margaret Meyer, and she really believed in the Gray Lady, and so she would come back and tell me different things that had happened to her at her home, that she believed in this Gray Lady so much that she thought she had taken the Gray Lady home with her because it was so noisy here. And she believed this so much that when we were finished being remodeled, she went home and said, "Gray Lady, the work is completed at the library. You can go home now." At that time, we had one restroom. Men and women both used the same restroom, so you had to come in the children's room to get the key. Well, one of the girls that works upstairs in the genealogy department, she came down to get the key, and she went to the restroom. When you went into the restroom, you went into this big room, and it had a utility sink and then a vanity sink like at your bathroom at home, and then your toilet was like in a little compartment. Well, you would lock the door. Well, I was sitting at my desk and I was working, and at that time we had two monitors, so I turned around and I looked at the monitor. Well, there was something moving in one monitor and it went to the other monitor. You could see the soft drink machine, you could see boxes, but whatever it was that was moving, you couldn't tell if it was a man or a woman. And I kept looking and I kept saying, where are they going or what do they want? And then they just went away. Well, Joni brought the key back to me, and I looked at her and I said, "Are you not feeling well?" And she said, "Anita, the strangest thing just happened to me." And I said, "What?" And she said, "When I went in the restroom," she said, "the water in both sinks came on, and it came on in such force that she didn't know how to turn it off." That coincided with what I had seen earlier on the monitor. Another thing that happened was when the Army helicopter crashed into JoJo's on 41, well, we would have groups that come in and we would tell them the ghost story and everything. Well, one little boy's parent had been killed there, and so the mother called back when the little boy went home and said his daddy was coming back as a ghost because Willard had a ghost. And so the mother called in and told our director that, she was really livid at us. So he called down and he said, "We're not going to do anything about the ghost anymore. The ghost is gone." Well, I was working one day and this lady came in and she asked me about the ghost, and I said, "Well, if there is a ghost or was a ghost, I don't think she's here anymore." And the way our books are on the shelf like this, the book came off the shelf and fell, and I said, "Well, maybe I'm mistaken, maybe the ghost is still here." Sometimes you're working and you'll be here by yourself and you'll smell perfume, and it's not like a wisp of perfume, it's like the bottle's broken. And so the same way it comes, that's the way it leaves. It doesn't linger and leave, it's just gone. So I was working one Saturday, and all day this smell, this perfume would come, and I started picking up things trying to figure out, where is this coming from? Well, a lady came in and we had a cart of new books, and she was just going through the books, and there was the perfume. So I looked at her and I said, "What's that fragrance you're wearing?" And she said, "It's not mine." And I said, "It's not?" She said, "No." She said, "I thought it was yours." And I said, "No, it's not mine." I said, "But you smell it." And she said, "Yes." And so I said, "Okay." And so then she looked at me and she went through a few more books, and then she said, "Isn't there something about a ghost and perfume?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "Okay." So she said, "I'm out of here." And she left. So that's my experience.